So I'm talking to Jane Hunt. This is MedStar's head of compliance for their Medicaid unit. This is the state's contractor. This is the person. Now I know she's not a doctor, but it's her job, and that's the way they set it up. And this is what I've been saying. Doctors should be the one giving Medicare, medical care. What does it have to do with this huge bureaucracy? But she's a higher person in this bureaucracy, and she's supposed to know all the medical stuff. And now you can watch her, you can listen to how everything I ask, she's going to defer to the doctor, and like that. And she's the head of compliance, meaning she's like this manager, the supervisor of the doctors, and yet she's deferring everything to the doctors. And then you can hear her when the questions get more close to the actual heart of the matter. She says she's asking me whether I'm recording it, and also then she says she wants to check with legal and let them do the stuff, and I keep telling them they're supposed to give cheap Medicaid medical care. What does legal have to do with any of this stuff? I'm guessing that offer is still on the table for me to discuss the issue with someone from MedStar Family Choice. They said, I wasn't sure it's the way that the secretary stated it, that they offered for me to meet with, like their entire staff and their attorneys. And I didn't really want to meet with anyone's attorney because it's a medical issue. And so I just wanted to meet with one doctor. And I guess they did say that they wanted me to meet with one, with their medical directors. And I guess that includes doctors. But, I just want to meet with one doctor, whether it be a medical director or not. Would that be possible?
That I would have to find out.
Okay, right, because they did mention that, they were talking about, like, that I could meet with them at, at some place of my choosing. And I'm guessing a good place to meet them would be at Dr. McCarthy's office.
Can I ask you if you're recording this conversation? Okay, I was told to ask that.
Okay. I wasn't sure whether Carol Atia is still involved or...
No, I think we need to send this over to legal.
Right, I'm not sure why it has to go to legal, because I'm trying to get my medical stuff done, and what the secretary of DHMH said is that I have this, essentially that I have declined all these offers to meet, and which I really haven't. I just declined a single offer to meet because it came with like a whole bunch of other strings attached, and I want to discuss my medical condition. And so even if I do meet with someone, I want to make sure I'm meeting with a doctor. And I'm not insistent. It wasn't my idea that I meet with your medical director. I mean, I just want to make sure I meet with an actual physician, and it doesn't have to be your medical director, and it does not have to be a director from DHMH, but it has to be a physician so I can understand the issues. And now, because I think part of the problem what came up is now I'm getting issues from DHR, which essentially issues this temporary disability program, and it's it's not like an IRS thing. It's like it essentially is like a welfare benefit. So it's such a little tiny welfare benefit. And what happened is either Carol Atia directly or through DHMH, they essentially got this agency to start harassing me. They keep on asking me for something new every day, and I've already met all the qualifications. So, and this contractor called Maximus, they're involved too. So now I'm supposed to do my eligibility review through Maximus. So, and ultimately, right, so
what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to forward the concerns to legal, because I can't help you with that part of it.
okay, is there another doctor I can meet with? I mean, outside of your office itself? I mean, am I stuck with, because what Dr. McCarthy's office told me is I should go to the nearest emergency room. Should I do that?
Well, I can't give you that as medical advice. That would have
No, I mean, it's not medical advice. Would it be covered by MedStar Family Choice and DHMH through this Medicaid plan if I went to the nearest emergency room?
If it was an emergency, yes.
Okay, because can you tell me why it would not be an emergency?
No, I can't. I can't give medical advice.
Okay, so if I went to the nearest emergency room and I told them that what happened, and but then they would need my files. Okay, now if I went to the emergency room, they would need my records. So can you get me?
I can't answer that.
No, I mean, no, if I went to the emergency room, they would need my records. I mean, how would they determine if it's an emergency they would also...
No, they would do the assessment in the emergency room.
Right, but isn't that the whole idea behind being in managed care? Because they have my records. So if I go to the emergency room, so part of the assessment is my records I have with MedStar Family Choice. So...
And Mr. Cruzaya, I can't answer these questions. I'm not a medical personnel. So you should call your family doctor if you feel that you need to go.
But you keep saying it's my family doctor, but it's not my family doctor. It's the doctor you assigned and put on my card.
Okay, that's what I mean.
Right, so now you're telling me he's not available till next Tuesday, when I've been asking him this since April 4?
I have no control. I'm going to have to forward this information.
I know, I mean, you can forward it. Okay, how would I get medical... Okay.
I cannot help you with this.
Okay, but how would I get...
Not something I can help you with.
Right, so how would I get those issues addressed like today? Because even DHR, they want the information...
No.
They wanted it even yesterday, so how can I get that information?
I can't help you with that.
With DHR, because
No.
DHR, because they want me to get a verification of the medical condition from the doctor, and now the doctor is out of the office, and all this came after I started talking to the doctor. I mean, he wasn't supposed to go away without giving me what I needed, because I was asking him a long time before he left the office.
Okay. I can't help you with this. You need to talk to Dr. McCarthy's office.
Right, I did. So doctor...
And I did what I could do. I interfered, and
I know, you said you... Right, now... But I'm trying to figure out what I know, but I have no connection to Dr. McCarthy. He was like sitting near my house the entire time, but I never went to him until you guys assigned me to him and stuck his name on the card. And so you mean to tell me that you have no connection to Dr. McCarthy?
I can't answer that.
Right, so because here's the problem. I mean, my condition was an emergency condition from day one. Starting from day one, I was seen by Dr. Dar October 15, and nothing has changed. And
I can't help you with this. You need to talk to your...
Okay, how do I get the medical condition treated?
I can't answer any medical questions.
Okay, how do I understand. You're not a medical person, but according to the Medicaid law, if I have a emergency medical condition and
you go to the emergency room.
No, it doesn't say that. What it says is the provider is responsible for giving the required care, and it doesn't say you have to go to the emergency room. So would it work if I go to because we have like really confusing information, because Dr. McCarthy's office said I can go to the nearest emergency room. But I think when I look at your manual, it doesn't say I can go to the nearest, right? You have some list of ERs. Can I go to any ER? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out which emergency room I should go to. The nearest one? Hello?
I can't help you. You'd have to go to the nearest emergency room. If you had an emergency, that's where you would go.
So I would go to the nearest...
To end this call, sir, I'm going to have to end this call, and I will refer your concerns over to legal.
To legal. Wow. So I can't get my information to go to the ER? You have all my files.
No, we don't have all your files. Your provider has all your files.
My provider, meaning your provider. What do you mean by my provider? It has nothing to do with me. It has to do with you.
Okay, sir, we're not getting anywhere. I'm going to refer your concerns to legal.
Okay, so that's the medical issue. But now, what do I do with DHR and Maximus? They want verification.
Mr. Cruzaya, I'm going to have to end the phone call.
So can I ask DHR to call your office?
Sure.
So I'm going to go to DHR. I'm going to have them call your office. And could you give them, and would you be able to give them verification of my medical condition?
No.
So what? So do you have another doctor you can provide? Your doctor is out, I guess, AWOL, right? What do I do then? You keep saying your provider, my provider. It's not my provider. What do I do?
I'm gonna end the call.
But
I will refer your concerns to legal.
Right, but I need to see the doctor like today.
I'm gonna end the call now. I don't want to hang up on you, but I'm gonna have to.
No, I don't understand why you have to hang up on me.